Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'll have to decorate it or something. Anyway, but if you are brand new, like you just clicked on this video and you have no idea who I am, go back and find some of my other videos. I tell you a little bit about my Orange Theory journey, my transformation. I also am really big on nutrition because it is 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. And if you are going to do exercise, I highly recommend Orange Theory. In my opinion, it is the best, most efficient total body workout you can get. If you've got more time to put into the gym, fine, go for it. But I don't. So my 50 minutes is not wasted at all. Every minute of it is used wisely at Orange Theory. And I'm coming to you guys today because either you've been watching my videos. Oh, and if you are watching them, subscribe, and then like those every few weeks when I finally do pop up a video, you'll be like, oh, a video's there. So subscribe. Why not? It doesn't hurt you to do it, right? Anyway, a lot of you have been reaching out to me, mostly because you are brand new to Orange Theory. You went once, or you're just about to go, or you've gone for a week, and now you've reached out to me. And a lot of you are asking, what is this Orange Theory report? What are these splat points? What does that mean with the calories? Does that mean if I burn 550 calories, I get to eat 550 calories for the day? And then I see it a lot on the Reddit boards as well. So I want to talk a little bit about it, or that's all I'm going to talk about in this video here. But the splat points. So if you have been to a class already to Orange Theory, and when you arrived, if you were not in shape, or you had never done high-intensity interval training before, or if this kind of exercise was new to you, most likely you did your workout, you worked hard because the coaches were behind you going like, go Shannon, go Karen, go Debbie, or whatever names they had. They were behind you yelling, and so you did. And when you were finished, well, first of all, you probably felt like you were going to puke halfway through class. You know, I did. Most people I talk to who come to our class for the first time are a little like, whew. So anyway, if you got to that point, most likely you were in the orange and red, like all over the place. I know I was. And afterwards, the coach took me aside and they said, great job. You were in the orange and red for like 40 minutes. Fantastic. That means you're going to get the EPOC, which is EPOC, which is the excessive post-exercise oxygen consumption, which means, did you get that? EPOC, excessive post-exercise oxygen consumption. It just means that your body continues to use oxygen or needs more of it. Anyway, it burns and you burn more calories. Whatever, you're going to burn more calories. I'm going to tell you, you can get that exact same thing if you go to your local YMCA or to your treadmill in your house if you have one, and put your heart rate monitor on and watch and make sure you get into that orange zone for 12 to 15 minutes. Yeah, that's all it is. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get that same result. I don't think, I think Orange Theory provides a lot more results than your EPOC, than your excessive post-exercise consumption. I think what's great about Orange Theory is it's the interval training, so that confuses your body, which helps your body build and build more muscle and get endurance and strength, and it has the resistance training and the strength training and all of that mixed in, so your body never gets accustomed to treadmills. You know, if you are just on a treadmill for 20 minutes a day or doing a few calisthenics for 20 minutes every day, your body is going to plateau. Also, you're going to hear me, you know that I talk a lot about nutrition. It is 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. So my opinion is, if you are going to exercise, make it efficient. I love Orange Theory because it is the most efficient total body workout. So I don't have a lot of time. I'm a mom of 3 kids, and I'm working, and so I can't put 2 hours into the gym like I used to do forever ago, with no results, by the way, because it is 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. Okay, so what about these splat points, right? There's actually so much research done on the importance of getting your 15 splat points or more. Read the book Spark or look him up online or something. It's very scientific-y. But basically, he's just saying that when you hit that 15 minutes of orange zone or higher, your body starts to release all those endorphins and adrenaline and dopamine and all that good stuff. And that's why, if you are new to Orange Theory and you are like, what is with this insane cult of people who love the Orange Theory? It's because we're all getting into the orange zone 15 minutes or more probably in most of our classes. And what does that do? That triggers that like addictive effect. That's why we're all like, gotta go, hit me up with some Orange Theory, man. Or whatever. That's what that's about, okay? So you do want that. You want that addictive quality. How great is it to be addicted to working out? I have never in my life been addicted to working out. And I'll tell you, it's because I probably wasn't getting into the orange zone for the majority of my workouts. I also didn't have coaches behind me yelling at me, and I didn't have a team of, a crew of people in my workouts that I enjoyed working out with. Okay, so whenever I post my Orange Theory report, I do that every so often on Instagram or Facebook. And when I do, I get a lot of people who will reach out to me privately and be like, how in the world did you get whatever the number is, 25, 30 splat points or something? So let me talk to you about that. And I don't want you to feel sad or bad if it takes everything you've got just to get those 15. You have to just understand, what's going on. First of all, my first class, it was something crazy, like 40 splat. I was in the red the whole time, and I was dying. And if you saw my first video, or if you haven't, I talk about it somewhere. I was a walker / jogger. I mean, it was big. I mean, a low. I didn't know what I was doing on the rower. That was all brand new to me, and I was dying. So I should have been in the red and orange zone because I was dying. But as you get stronger, it should be harder for you to get into the orange zone, right? So as your body's getting stronger and stronger, so let's say you started off and you are 5.5 on the treadmill is like your good push pace, right? Or that's 6.0. Let's give it, so I don't have to keep saying 5.5. 6.0 is your push pace. And 45 seconds at 6.0 gets you into the orange zone. Let's say that's how you are day one. As you get stronger, it should be eventually that 6.0 isn't going to be enough to get you into the orange zone. So either you're going to need to add some incline, or you're going to need to start pumping up that speed. So 6.2, 3, 4, 5, until you get to that point where 45 seconds in gets you to that orange zone. That's how you know. And there's some people that are like, well, I can't run any faster. Well, I don't know, try. You might actually surprise yourself, because I didn't think I could run any faster, and now I don't know where the treadmills go after this. I've got plenty of room to grow, because you can use incline if you want. Pumping your arms helps, and if you've got a mental block in your head, like there's no way I can do 6.4, all I tell people is try it. Try it. If you can't do it for the full 30 seconds or the full minute, then just do it for 10 seconds. And now you've done it for 10 seconds. So tomorrow you can try to do it for 12 seconds. Sorry, I'm like uncomfortable. I'm like trying to sit here. There's a reason why I'm sitting down here in workout clothes in this, in my kids' play space, or our, whatever you want to call this. I was going to show you what happens to my heart rate. Anyway, as you get stronger, it should be harder and harder for you to get into the orange. And all that is telling you is you can give it a little bit more. So it was that 6.0 was my all out. Now, when I do 6.0, I tried this about a month ago. I wanted to see if I could do an all green day. Basically, I just wouldn't let myself get into the orange. And so for me to do that, I had to kind of hang out at 5.8 to 6.0, right, on the treadmill. I just told you, when I started, 6.0 meant I was in the red as far as red could go. And now it won't even put me into the orange. And that's because I've gotten stronger, right? My heart's gotten stronger. My legs and my body are getting stronger too. Losing weight also changes if you're going to get into the orange zone or not. The amount of mass you're carrying with you, all of that affects it. Your age, this is just a simple algorithm that Orange Theory uses. They don't know individually where each of our heart rates are. They don't know exactly what our bodies are, how much fat or muscle we're carrying. So all of that it isn't included in your report. It just has your weight your gender. I don't know if they still, it used to be by gender, but I don't know if they still do it by gender anymore, the heart rate zones. But I can tell you that when I am on the treadmill or on the rower rowing, and I know who the people are in my class, so I can tell you that when I see so-and-so's name up there, a woman who is my age, about my same body type, when she hits 84%, her heart rate is a different number than my 84% heart rate. My number is actually lower. So what does that mean? That means I can get into the orange zone at a lower heart rate number. And so it takes her more to get to the orange zone than it does me. So usually that woman and I will almost always end up with more splat points. However, we end up with the identical calories. Calories are based on, Orange Theory has this much information about you. They know your weight, your height, but I don't know if they include height in that, your gender, and your age. So those are the pieces of information. That's not a lot of information as far as deciding how many calories you get to lose. I know women, we see those men like burning 1,000 calories in a class, like, ugh. But look, you have to take into account, like, they're much taller, they have more mass, so they have, and it has to do with muscle and fat. And again, how can Orange Theory decide if they decide by my weight number that I gave them. By the way, as I've lost weight at Orange Theory, about every 10 pounds, I let them know. I let the front desk know to change my profile. And yeah, I noticed a little shift when that happened. Like, it was a little bit harder for me to get into the orange zone after that. My calories lost were adjusted a little bit. When I first started, it would almost always be high 600s that I was for calorie loss. And now I'm really in the 500s. So all of that is a part of it. So what happens when you lose 400 calories or when you lose 600 calories in Orange Theory class? I don't know. Does it mean that I've burnt more? No. What I do, though, I'll tell you, is as I plan my day, I don't count calories or anything. When I was first trying to learn about what I was eating and how I was eating, I did count calories. I needed to understand how the food was going, how much was I nourishing my body or not. It turns out I was not giving myself enough calories at all during a day. So now, I probably, if you were to ask me to add it up, it's somewhere between 1,600 to 2,000 calories a day. I'm 5 feet, I like to say I'm 5'1". I try to maintain a 5'3", 5'4" status with heels. But probably if you're a doctor and you've got like a tape measure, I'm not fully 5'1". And I weigh now, my weight number isn't exactly a fair number. I've been less, but as I've built more muscle, my number is going up, but my jean sizes are going down. So I'm 108 right now, but wearing, a size 24 jean, which, by the way, I've never in my entire adult life worn a number that low. But just to give you an idea of what you're looking at, so if I tell you that I'm burning 500 calories in a class and I'm eating 2,000 calories a day, just to kind of give you a benchmark, the calories that I eat for the most part are pretty nutritious. I'm not eating 1,000 calories of Cold Stone Creamery ice cream. I'm trying to make that, protein, eggs and spinach and avocado and things like that. Anyway, what was my point? To tell you that when I burn 600 calories or 500 calories or 400 calories at Orange Theory, or if I do a 90-minute and burn 800 calories, which was exciting to see, it didn't change my day, though. I still add in about 250 calories whenever I have an Orange Theory day. What does that mean? I just add in like a mini meal or a really hefty snack. So Orange Theory days, that's what I'm doing. I wanted to show you, though, what it takes to get into the orange zone. So I use the, can you see it? I don't know. It's like there's too much digital going on. There's glares. I don't know how to make it. I'm in the OTB app. I'm in the OTB app, and you can do like an out-of-studio workout. You see, what do I have to do? Be in the dark. so you kind of recognize that. Have you guys used this? If you haven't, entertain yourself and use it. So I have, for a month, I did my out of studio app. I did this in every class. So before class would start, I turned on my app on my phone, and I let me hold on. I'm just check. It's trying to find my trying to find it. Begin pairing. Sometimes if I use this out and about, it gets a little confused. Let's see if it found me. And it has me at like some weird weight. Okay, so I did this for a month. I used my out of studio workout and recorded every. Hold on, it's got my age and my weight like way wrong. I'm just fixing it so you can see. Anyway, for a month I did that, and what did I find out is that the app is on, I think, the old algorithm. If you've been with Orange Theory since maybe before July of 2018, there was an old algorithm, and now there's some new one. I don't know what the difference is. Again, it didn't change how I treated my days or how I ate. That's the whole point of this video. I just don't want you women to get upset. I know it's hard. I hate seeing those men getting 800 calories. It just seems like they're doing something more. And it's hard because the coaches say things like, great job for getting splat points, or great job for burning calories, or women try to get whatever. And you're like, the pressure, I can only get 8 splat points, or I only get 400 calories, or... I don't want that to be the basis of a good class or not, right? You showed up, you did your work. Anyway, so what did I learn from this app? Oh, you can see it now. Here. Aw, my Orange Theory buddy just texted me. All right, so let's see. Where can I put this so you can see? I wanted you to be able to see this. But my Orange Theory app records my heart rate, or the splat point, so it's at 39%, 40% now. If I were in the studio right now, it would be 5% higher. Let's see, right now it's at 45%. So if we were in the studio, it would be 50%. So when I hit 84% here, that means I'm at 89% in the studio, which is a big difference, right? Because when you hit 84% in the studio, you're like, okay, we're good, right? Like I made it. I got in there. So on your app, if you are somebody who is using your app like outside of the studio, I want you to know that most likely it's that far off. I mean, test it. Take it into your class. Put your phone right there next to you if you have to. Even do it for 15 minutes. You'll know right away. You'll be able to see what the difference in the numbers are and just kind of watch it. Anyway, I was going to show you what it takes to get us in the into the orange zone. My Orange Theory buddy is giving me a hard time. He wasn't in class today, but he's hearing rumors that he thinks I snoozed. I did not. My alarm didn't go off. It's like the nightmare I've always had, and it happened, but I woke up. All right. Let's see. I wanted you guys to just be able to see this because a lot of us don't get a chance to really... Let's see if maybe I move this down here. Let's see. All I'm going to do is just do like some, folks, we aren't fancy technical people. We're just a girl. We're just a girl and a computer and a phone. If you wanted fancy, you got to pay extra for that. Oh, hold on. Are you so excited that you stopped to watch this today? Like, can you believe it? It's just, hold on, we've got to fix our display to not auto lock on you, so that way you can watch it. Okay, done. Technical difficulties. I am not going to even, wait. There, no. Boop. Okay. So I've got my heart rate monitor on. I'm going to do some burpees. My goal is to do like 25, but you can watch and see how long it takes for your heart rate to get up. And why, some of you who, some of you who are like, that's not fair. Why does she have 30 splat points and I don't? I'm going to show you. We're all our bodies are different. We do different things. So I don't normally wear my shoes in my house. But I'm doing it because I don't know how to work out without my shoes on. Okay, so here we go. One. We're going to do full burpees, folks. We're going to do full burpees. Are you watching? Is my heart rate going up? It should be. Don't make fun of my form. I'm not perfect. I'm just another human being like you, working hard. Is anybody counting? Uh-oh, I forgot to keep track. Oh my gosh. Do you see how hard I have to work just to get it up into that zone? Folks, this is for real. Hi. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need a break already. I tell you, what we do in class is hard. Now, what I've also learned, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Okay, so if we were in class, that'd be 50, but I've also learned that sometimes my heart rate monitor is on a delay. I mean, see what we have to do to get your heart rate up? Whew. Now it's going up. So see, my heart rate is on a little bit of a delay. And some of you do not have that problem. So what happens is, I can tell you that while I'm working out, I generally feel good, and as soon as I stop, I start to feel like my heart then goes burst. So I get these, what I see as delays. So what happens is, when I do like an all out, so I get into the red, but let's say it's a 30-second all out. Look at how long it takes for my heart rate to go down. So half of the splat points I get are what I call cheating splat points. They're when I'm doing a walking recovery. So I can talk right now, but you see my heart rate's still going. So watch. Let's do it again. I'm going to do some high knees. This feels like a good push pace probably. I'm going to do some jumping jacks. If somebody walks in on you watching this video, are they going to wonder what in the world you're watching? Just some person's legs going back and forth with some weird breathing. So now I'm sitting here resting and watch my heart rate go up. See? So that doesn't happen to everybody. So you can't compare yourself to somebody else. So look at that. I get to just relax and see my heart rate be up high. I mean, now it's going to finally go down. It should, right? So, anyway. Look how hard it was to get into the orange. Now, back when I first... Oh, smart of me to have water. You should hydrate. Actually, you should drink water like it's your full-time job. I'm serious. That right there will change how you feel. Anyway, what was my highest number? I got up to like 75%. So if we were, or 70, you have to rewind it and see. What did we get up to? Did I even get to the orange? Like, all I needed to do was hit 79%. And if we were in the Orange Series studio, that'd be 84%. So anyway, I just paused it. Says I burned 35 calories there. Whatever. Anyway, I want you to be excited about going to the class. I want you to be excited for getting your splat points. I think there is a lot of research that shows that it is important to get into that high, or to get into that orange zone. So really do work for it. So how can you do that? Use your inclines on the treadmill. Push on the rowers with your feet with everything you've got. Everything. I know. It's hard. I do a lot of mental stuff to help me through on the rower. Like, I've started to count things like to 100 strokes, so for me, it's probably for a lot of people, it's about 12-ish strokes. So 500 meters means 60. And sometimes you can just count and you're like, okay, 10. I can do 10 more. I can do 10 more. And just kind of get yourself going. But you've got to push with everything you've got on those foot pedals. The coaches are right on that. Lifting heavier weights helps you on the weight floor. Also, don't take so much downtime. If you're concerned about getting into the orange zone on the weight floor, sometimes I'll throw in a few jumping jacks in between or something just to kind of ump it up. But remember, the green zone is also really important too. So it's great to get on the green zone, and you know, don't base the value of yourself or what you did in class based on splat points and calories. Women, okay, guys, I know, you guys are all getting 600, 800,000. Go burn them, but you're made differently. Us ladies, like, we're somewhere between the 400 and 600s for the most part. I'm the only time I've ever seen any of us get more than that is when it's in a 90-minute class. It doesn't mean that that nothing's happening. Okay, so give yourself grace. Do try to get into your 12 to 15 splat points, and if you don't in class, find a way in your day to see if you can get your heart rate up. There's lots of things you can do, wink wink, to get your heart rate up, but you want it for like 15 minutes. So unless you can sustain for 15 minutes or whatever. But anyway, oh my gosh, I just see the time. This is a long video, so I'm going to end it now. You guys have watched me work out, try to get my heart rate up. You see that it takes a lot. So be proud of yourself when you're getting into the orange zone. And if you're not, will you just try to give yourself just a little more something on the treadmills, a little more something on the rower? That's all it is. That means that you're getting stronger. And so that's a good thing. So celebrate it. Okay? Now that you've gotten stronger, it means push yourself to the next limit. All right? I've loved hanging out with you guys. If you have other questions, let me know. This was a fun one to answer, and happy to share whatever else I can. All right, yay for Orange Theory. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.